Be on your best behavior. Wendel Clark is here, okay?
I can take him.
Royalty.
I can take him.
He says this every time. You
I
can't
know.
take him, Cav. You can't
I almost
take
did
Clark.
last time, but we just broke the news. Wendel Clark is here, by the way.
Yes. Woohoo!
We just broke the news, Wendell, that Gordon Martineau retired as of last night. You hadn't heard that yet.
No, I hadn't heard. All surprises when I get here in the morning.
You know why? That is how Gord wanted it. He wanted to come to work and do the broadcast and not have it be about the fact that he's retiring. And then he left like a rock star, and the press release showed up like a couple of hours later.
Well, sometimes it's a lot easier. You don't have to, and not worry about probably inner stress or inner nerves. Just do it and then sneak off.
And your retirement, I have to ask, you're always very busy because that's the reason you're here today is for charity, which is what Gord does also with the Herbie Fund. So we're going to get into that a little bit later. But what do you love most about not having to go to a job every day?
Well, my hours are different every day. That's the biggest difference. And sometimes you get to set your schedule now more off. But you're still, being that I kind of retired from hockey fairly young, I have to keep busy. So.
Yeah.
And I think right after you retired is when the rebuilding began. And we are still, we're still into the rebuilding. But let's talk about last night with the Baby Leafs coming up. Not looking too shabby.
No, it's great. The trade deadline's over, so now they can bring some kids up that have played great seasons so far. A great season so far down with the Marlies, so they get to come up, have some fun. There's probably a little bit of fun. They get to come up as a group, not just one guy coming up. So in the dressing room, a little familiarity with other guys doing it, and on the ice, it looked like they had some fun and. They definitely got lots of skill, and hopefully they keep maturing, and those are going to be our kids of the future.
We finally saw William Nylander, who is probably the biggest name to come out of the Leaf system since you. In the mid-'80s, and the team now is a lot like the Leafs were in the mid-'80s, rebuilding, retooling. What kind of pressures do you remember feeling in your first few games in Toronto that he's probably going through right now?
Well, hopefully he doesn't feel any of the pressures. Actually, as a young guy, you feel less pressures than the 25, 30-year-old guy.
Really?
Because you're so happy to be there. Like, they're so happy to play that game last night. They're not worrying about what everybody else is thinking.
They're sweetly naive
they haven't got seasoned to it. So it's a guy like, say, Riley now is in your second, third, going into fourth years. Now he feels more pressure than he did as a rookie. You're just so happy to be there. You finally got there as a kid. So the score doesn't matter as much. You finally got to sit in that dressing room you've been striving to get to.
Is that a cool feeling?
Well, it is. That's awesome. You're sitting down there and you're checking out where the gum is, the tape is. Look at that. They got a TV. Look at the meal these guys get. No more submarines on the bus trip. I get real. Yeah, this is good.
Real eats. Hot meals.
Were you a Baby Leaf? I'm trying to recall. Were you?
No, I went from the Saskatoon Blades.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
First overall pick.
Because I'd like to know what it was like. Because at that point, I think they were in St. John's, weren't they?
Where
were they?
To St. Catharines my first year. And the second year they moved to Newmarket.
Yes.
Do you have faith in Babcock's vision, his 5-year vision? Do you believe?
I believe. I think it's great. We've got very mature guys, and Mike and Lou were upper management, and they have what I like to see. Reminds me of when Cliff Fletcher was here. Is no matter everybody pushing from the outside, sometimes people bend to pressure what goes on. Because here, there's a lot of people that kind of push from the outside.
Yeah.
And so these guys, they've done it everywhere else. They have the confidence in themselves. So that's why I think we have great confidence in just following, leaving, and just giving enough time to do it.
All right.